Hey guys, Joshua Gundam here with another custom Gundam MSI review, and today I'm reviewing my Zaku 2 repair. I don't really have much of a better name than that. It's kind of a field modification that they would make in the field, I think. But at the same time, it's kind of a repair for the MSIA collector. I would probably equip this guy with a black machine gun, just because of the black cables. But didn't really want to take the time to put it in his hands. I equipped him with this really cool axe from Lord of the Rings from years ago, from some action figures. Kind of cool. Doesn't heat up, but it's double-sided, and those GMs are going to be in some serious trouble. There's one an axe like that in Gundam Unicorn that appears in some Dom's hands, so thought that was, entirely possible. Took this from the Bolt Gundam and just glued it on. That way he can carry that axe, because it doesn't plug into the side of the leg or skirt armor at all. That's pretty nice. Just carries it around. There's a lot of cool things I did to the Zaku, so, I'll tell you about where the cables came from and other modifications. One I did was I cut the skirt so that it's more flexible, because there, and the sides and everywhere. So that's really nice. I gave it 2 G.I. Joe grenades here. I figure missile pods, as the war drags on, are going to be less and less available. Then, those missile pods are hard to get, even used. So, the idea that he would just reach down and grab some grenades, that's a good idea. Other modification that I made, that's pretty standard on my Zakus now, and my wife came up with this. I can't brag about her enough. The Zaku ones had this amazing articulation in their shoulders. Just really nice articulation, but the Zaku 2 had crummy articulation in the shoulders. My wife figured out how to fix it, and it's really easy. You take a piece of MSIA plastic that is a spare part or broken or something, and you just cut a thin piece with your hobby knife, and you stick it in there, and then you stick it back on, and it should stick out like that and have lots of flexibility. And it's just really, really, really cool. And so I did that to both shoulders. It has great flexibility in there. If it's not flexible enough, you just need to take that piece out and put another in. It's a little bit bigger. Now, many a time a Gundam collector has, either from their childhood or they bought one used like this and a lot on eBay, they've lost the leg cables and they've lost the face cables. And occasionally this cable too. But usually, the leg cables and the face cables are what goes. And this one actually had his, but I figure, hey, extra leg cables and face cable floating around won't hurt me, because sooner or later I'm going to get one of those. I want to try and find a solution to fix this. So, that's what I tried to do. I had a shipwreck Dollar General G.I. Joe figure, and he had this equipment that came with him that had these breathing cables for underwater. And so I cut those and I put those on. It looks like one is shorter than the other, so I might need to shorten this one up a little to make them more even. But you get the idea. Zaku was a little discolored in his upper legs, and this leg was discolored, so I switched out the lower leg. Kept these just to have some variety. So that's kind of nice. But the leg cables, they fit in there, and I super glued the tops just, so they didn't fall out. Really nice. Another modification I made was I added some potato mashers to the shield. You can get these potato mashers for like $5 for $1 at Marauder Gunrunner Inc. Just look for Marauder Gunrunners G.I. Joe on Google. Just do a Google search. They're on eBay. They have their own website as well. They sell, little weapons. And these were a little littler than I wanted, They're kind of small for the Zaku's hands. But, hey, I have potato mashers in my shield. That is super cool. And they're just super glued there so they don't come out or anything. But you can see it when he's walking around. He's got potato mashers in there. This guy is ready for combat. I'll tell you about the leg, or the head cable last. No other changes really except for this antenna. This came from a 25th anniversary G.I. Joe as part of Lady J's spears. They fit together with these little ball joint thingies, and so I just kind of cut one, drilled a little hole in the backpack, and embedded it. Because I always thought Zaku's look really cool with a little antenna sticking out of their backpack. I've always thought that. And so I thought, hey, we're going to do it. Now the head cable, that's the part that's really cool. It is a little smaller than a standard Zaku 2 head cable. And so it looks a little different in the back. You can kind of see the hole in the back of the Zaku's head a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. That actually comes from the Sazabi. And I'm trying to show you right where it comes from. Now, Sazabi tends to be one of those MSA that its funnel packs tend to break off. And so I have oodles of Sazabi parts, minus those, in my eBay store pile of parts. And so I was just looking at it one day. I had one that wasn't usable, and I was just, what can I build out of this? I saw this cable, and I was like, I want that cable. I pulled it out. I was like, what can I use this for? Head cable! Oh, yeah! And so, this Zaku now has black head cable and black leg cables, and looks just really, really cool. It's not so much of a repair for the field as it is, you know, maybe upgrades, because the purpose of these cables, depending on the source of where you're getting your information, is to release heat from the reactor. So if it's running cooler, it can run harder. And, you know, so it's going to help it be more efficient and things like that. The Zaku is, you know, kind of a refit on the field, a field modification. But for the collector, it's totally a good repair. Now, these might not be so collectible or gettable by you, depending. Shipwreck's kind of easy to find at the Dollar General right now, but you have to live where there's Dollar Generals. My mom had to mail me some from Toledo, Ohio, out here to Idaho, because there's none here where I live, and not for miles and miles and miles. I was just on my own. And but the head cable, that should be totally doable. And I hope these mods, whether it be the skirt mod or the shoulder mod or, you know, replacement cables, will be helpful to you guys. You could always use some, go to like a hardware store and find some electrical cable and cut it to size. It would work. Just use some black. Well, I hope you enjoyed the review. If you're looking for Gundam MSI action figures or other cool toys, make sure to check out our store, Gundams R Us, your favorite arms dealer. It's our eBay store. There's a link down below in the more info area, and we get new stuff all the time, and we even sell customs. Very cool customs. Customs like red camphor, black camphor, and this guy soon. He's probably going to be in the store unless I keep him for my personal collection, and that's cool. Well, hope you enjoyed the review. Make sure to subscribe for more and show this to your friends. Catch you later.